Whew. Spoiler. Spoiler alert. For the love of God, please, if you haven't played this game, if you're still playing it, or if you haven't even beaten the plot line, if you want to play this game, just stop, please. If you are a fan, you owe it to yourself to not ruin the plot of this game. Please stop. I can't make myself any clearer. You need to experience the game yourself. So stay clear of spoilers, please. And I don't want to be the one that does that. So just spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You still with me? Okay, cool. Alright, so obviously if you're here, you've beaten the game. Or you've beaten like the main plotline, you know what I mean. But one of the main twists is Shaun, who's your son, ends up, being an old man. But I of course I beat the whole game and everything, but an idea just popped in my head. Like, I don't know why, but it just popped in there. Is Shaun the dad from Fallout 3? Now I understand what you're saying. That sounds crazy, that is ludicrous, not a chance in hell. That is nuts. But think about it. I mean, there's a lot of things that point to this being true. And some are small, but some are really, really big, to the point where I'm like, that really, really makes it believable. Okay, first things first. The age. Okay, at the beginning of Fallout 3, when you go out of the vault and you go follow your father, based on the wiki, your dad is 51 years old. Fallout 4 takes place exactly 10 years after the events of Fallout 3. He's 60. He would be 60. But so the ages are perfect. They match up 100%. And I know what some people are thinking, oh, but isn't it 60 years? I mean, 6 years obviously passed by since, that's what Shaun says. Yes, 6 years have passed by. But the fact of the matter that 10 years have passed between the events of Fallout 3 to Fallout 4 don't change. The 60 years, he was just unfrozen the first time, 50 years before the events of Fallout 3. And then, of course, it's just the timelines match. The timelines are perfectly aligned. Now, obviously, just because the ages match up doesn't mean they're the same person. That makes no sense. Yeah, but there's someone that connects both characters, and that's Madison Li. Look, Dr. Li is one of the people you help in the capital wasteland in Fallout 3. And in Fallout 4, we find out that she left all that shit behind to come work for the Institute. So, that's already one person they know that's in common, Madison Li. And Madison Li is obviously an important character in both games. Another thing is, obviously, Shaun. James. That's the name of the dad in Fallout 3. Different names. That makes no sense. But when they abducted him, they could have easily changed his name. And I know what some people are thinking too. But X688, when they in Kellogg's memory, they go back and he takes Shaun back to the Institute. He's obviously a little boy and they're calling him Shaun. But are you 100% sure that's actually Shaun himself? Because remember, when we meet Shaun, like 60-year-old Shaun, we see a synth version of himself, a young boy. What purpose does he have sending him out to the wasteland? I don't know. But we're not 100% sure that's synth Shaun or the real Shaun. Another thing, obviously the backstories don't match up. Shaun does say that he has never left the Institute at all and that he hates the wasteland. First off, if this ends up being true, James has been known to lie, like the dad from Fallout 3. He has been known to lie. He lied about his origin story, he lies to his own son, he lies to everyone. So, what makes you think that he's not going to lie again, saying that he's never been out of the wasteland? Also, another thing, 10 years have passed, obviously from Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, and we never exactly know what happens to the Lone Wanderer. Could he have died? Because remember, at the end of the original game, the original Fallout 3, he dies. The main character, the Lone Wanderer, dies. Of course, this is retconned because of Broken Steel. But what if he never finds that out? What if, obviously, if your son dies somewhere, you're gonna hate that place. So that could also be like a nice way of showing, like, I hate this place, it's disgusting. Well, he could also hate it because his own son died there too, like his real son. So this makes actual sense, or in the sense that between the events from Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, something could have happened to make him hate the wasteland. Also, another thing, the voice actors aren't the same. I mean, James is voiced by the legendary Liam Neeson, Darkman himself, and I believe Shaun is voiced by a man called Tony Amendola. I think that's right. But 10 years have passed, so their voice could have easily changed. Also, the voices aren't that different. I understand Liam Neeson's more gruffer, but age can change your voice, especially if you're dying from something. Remember, we were told that he's dying from something. We don't know exactly what it is. Speaking of his dying, that is possibly one of the biggest things against this theory. Like, honestly, this is probably the biggest thing that goes against the theory. In Fallout 3, James just dies. Outright dies. He gets locked in he gets locked in something, and just radiation is just coursed. Just his whole body, it just becomes radiated, and we see him in front of us dying. So, that puts the whole theory to rest, right? Actually, no. Remember, this is a world where ghouls and the children of Adam exist. I understand that radiation is nuts. Even you yourself as a character can withstand a lot of radiation. All you have to do is take some Radaway or some Rad-X, and there, boom, done. There are medicines that can help you. And I understand, a lot of radiation can kill someone. But what if he survived? What if somehow he managed to survive? And that also can explain why he's dying in Fallout 4. He's dying from something that they really don't explain to you. I mean, I'll just hint that it's cancer. They might say it's outright cancer. I haven't really gone through that much in the dialogue. But he is dying. And him being exposed to so much radiation 10 years prior could easily be an explanation to why he has cancer or why he's dying of something. So this is a perfect explanation. So if he had survived, he's going to be walking away with some damage. So this makes so much sense. There's a lot more other like tidbits and small things, but that's like the main base, like the basic big things that really point to this being true. His age, his name is not even that much of a factor. Also, the appearance. The way he looks is based off your character. And I don't know if you're like me, but whenever I play a Fallout game, or Fallout 3, New Vegas, whatever, but I try to model the character after myself. So, to me, this made so much sense. I mean, look at that. You're playing your own grandpa. Well, that's the video. What do you guys think? Like, I really want to hear you guys, like, you know, your thoughts on this. Like, if you can disprove this, please do so. Because I've checked the internet, and no one has mentioned this at all. I mean, I can't be the first person to have thought of this. There's just too many things, too many tidbits that point to this. Again, I am by no means saying this is true, but it could be a very big possibility. Well, whatever. I don't want to keep rambling on. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.